warmly welcome our Chief Guest, Senior Professor Vasanthi Arasaratnam, Vice Chancellor and Chair of the Conference, Dr. Aruma Kandaya, General Speaker, Professor Ranjit Udali, Keynote Speaker, former Vice Chancellors, Vice Chancellors of the other universities, Council members, heads of the department and staff, administrative staff members, sponsors, presenters, participants, academics, researchers, distinguished guests, well-wishers and ladies and gentlemen. With profound gratitude and deep humility, I stand here today in welcoming you all to the inauguration of the 3rd Jaffna University International Conference 2016. Perspective to reach constructive conclusion and with recommendations after having blind peer reviews. We are happy to present 76 papers in this conference.
The program chair, Professor Mrs. Ramesh, the editor, Dr. Sanandan, the plenary speaker, Dr. Aruma Kandaya, our former vice chancellors, the deans, former deans, the registrar, my academic colleagues, the researchers and well-wishers, those who are here, ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted to address this occasion. We have started to have the international conference at the University of Jaffna since 2012, and this is the 3rd such conference. The University of Jaffna occupies a significant position in the history and development of higher education in Jaffna. As seat of formal tertiary education, it sustained its standard in teaching, research and community-based activities. University of Jaffna is a renowned higher educational institution in Sri Lanka, and at the moment I am proud that we have climbed up in the world ranking from 7,000 odd to 4,000 odd. So that is showing a positive development of the university, and we are imparting knowledge in multidisciplinary area including humanities, social sciences, commerce and management studies, science, medicine, engineering, allied health sciences as well as agriculture. And we have produced enormous number of graduates who are capable of serving in prestigious institutions nationally as well as internationally. The University of Jaffna had its first conference in 2012, which was held on 20th and 21st of July 2001, and where that conference also we had to have during the academic staff strike. And now again I could see the similar situation arose for us, and also we had the conference in the same hall. And again, this year we also had this similar problem, but it was the non-academic staff strike. This is not due to the problem in the University of Jaffna, but it's the whole Sri Lankan University non-academics, they were having the strike. And due to this, we had to take a decision on last Saturday where to hold the conference. And also I think my deans and myself, we had to take a firm decision, and we thought if we don't take this decision, it will be difficult for the organizing committee. So we said whether the strike is going to be called off or not, let us take a decision that we are going to have this conference in a public. So that's how we are here today. So I think in a way our decision is not wrong, because we are having a very different and pleasant environment. Of course, it would have been nice to have the sessions at least in the university, but we didn't want to take a chance. That's why we were planning to have this conference here in the hotel. Even though we have been having researchers, a lot of research activities going on in the university, due to the war, the 30 years of war, we could not have any international conferences in the University of Jaffna. And I believe in 2010, we had the first conference in the University of Jaffna when Professor Shanmugam was the Vice Chancellor. And in 2012 or 11, we had the faith that we would be able to have an international conference. We can organize an international conference at the University of Jaffna. And that's how we have started to plan in 2011, and we had the conference in 2012. And when we had this conference, we also have planned that we should have this conference every other year. That's how we had the Jews in 2012, later in 2014, and now in 2016. In the meantime, our Faculty of Management Studies and Commerce, they are conducting the annual international conference, which is called as International Conference on Contemporary Management. So they had their third conference last month. And in addition, the Baumiya Campus Business Studies, they have started their conference this year. So I am happy that the University of Jaffna is now, they have moved from pioneering to organize the conferences in a very regular manner, and this is really bringing the name of the University of Jaffna not only nationally but also internationally. Our academic colleagues, while attending the conferences in different places, in different countries, as well as in different universities in Sri Lanka, they are also able to participate and bring their colleagues here to Jaffna to have these conferences. So this made a very good platform for all of them to have discussion, exchange ideas, and have collaborative researches. So I believe this has to continue, and our university has to climb up in the ladder in the webmetrics also. So this year, the theme of the conference, as Professor Subodhini said, towards a greener future, the Jaffna University International Conference, which we are having now, today and tomorrow. This will definitely would have brought the leading researchers and scientists together to exchange research findings and technological advances with the theme of towards a greener future. Especially we, the Jaffna University, academics, and the people, those who are here, we are all longing for the greener future, which we have missed when other parts of the country and the world has really got long back. We have to move forward, we are really looking forward, and we have to work towards a greener future. So this is our aim. All of us have to work together after the war. Now I think it's time for us to go for the greener future. We all have to work together. This is our dream, and also the dream of this society which is around us. For this conference, I think they had about 11 sectors, and they have identified different tracks, and I am sure they have got about 76 papers accepted, and they are very particular that the papers which are to be accepted are very high quality. So they have taken a lot of effort to send these papers abroad as well as to local reviewers, and they have very rigorous reviewing, and they have selected 76 abstracts. And definitely we have also planned to launch the full papers of these abstracts. Then the committee has decided to really launch the book after looking into the number of papers which have been read in the conference, and they are also really ready to really release that book, but I think they are waiting for the tomorrow's event, and later on, I think in a week's time, I believe the editor is ready to release the book. So I am looking forward to that, and I would like to thank and congratulate the co-chairs, all the members of the organizing committee for their tireless effort, and also I believe I have to give a special thanks to them for accepting the change of venue and working towards a good environment. And also I would like to thank all the administrative staff staff, all the academic staff, and also the organizing committee members, the students and the staff members for doing such a hard work and making this event a success. Thank you.
We have received 168 research papers to 11 tracks. In this year conference, engineering and sports science tracks are new additions. By following a double-blind review process, 76 papers have been recommended by a pool of reviewers comprising local, national, international, university academic, researchers and practitioners for presentation. Hence, the quality of the conference inevitably depends upon the hard work of the reviewers and the person in charge of the tracks. The research papers covering diverse topics across disciplines in this conference reveal researchers' enthusiasm to meet the challenges of making the future green. This conference indeed aspiring to address significant issues over time and offers a forum for specialists from diverse fields of studies across the world to exchange ideas and set up conversation that will have far-reaching impact on research and life of individuals and institutions. My task cannot be fulfilled if not I mention Professor Bernard Wade, who was agreed to be one of our general speakers and died in a heart attack at the age of 55 in last March. We were so proud to have Professor Bernard Wade in our galaxy of speakers this year and consider Professor Bernard Wade's acceptance of our invitation and willingness to reach Jaffna was an honor to the academic community of Jaffna as well as recognition in this conference. It is so unfortunate and painful when a welcome address to the dear friend and a respected colleague in a conference like this is turned into be a tribute.
Vice Chancellor of the University of Jaffna and the Chief Guest of the conference, Professor Ramesh, Program Chair, academics, scientists, ladies and gentlemen. I consider this a great privilege of mine to stand here in front of you and deliver this, my keynote address for that display of this session. The topic of my presentation is towards a greener food production system. In her introduction, the program chair has told you that the theme of the conference covers a broad scope of topics and has a broad coverage beyond environmental aspects. Now these are the images of the revolution. I put it because you see the varieties, the wheat and the rice, the two grains which were instrumental, and two scientists got the credit for this and they deserve it. And they were responsible for breeding high-yielding wheat and high-yielding rice. The next slide or the next photograph shows a person applying fertilizer. This is the other aspect. The Green Revolution worked because of the application of high doses of artificial fertilizers and agrochemicals. The third factor is water. Without irrigation, the Green Revolution will not happen. So all over the world, irrigation development was going at a high pace. While people were happy that what is available for agriculture, here in our country we saw the development of Mahawali irrigation system. In India, a tremendous amount of effort was put in irrigation development, but these developments also had their environmental
Supported to this initiative throughout the conference to encourage, advise, guide our team, and we are very much thankful for the continuous leadership and guidance. I sincerely thank all of our co-chairs for your endless communication and kind support. Thank you very much to our program chair, Professor S. Ramesh, Madam, you have been the pillar of this event from the day the committee was instituted, and you have shown the greatest strength of leadership, passion, and unwavering optimism to make this event successful even at the hardest moments. I extend our special gratitude to our plenary speaker, Dr. Nakarya. Sir, when we requested you at the last moment to deliver a plenary speech, you generously accepted and delivered the best speech on the topic of towards greener food production.
இசையாலும் நடனத்தாலும் குரலாலும் கருவியாலும் நிறையிருக்கின்ற இந்த மாலை யாழ்ப்பாணத்தில் பாரம்பரியமாக நிகழ்ந்து வருகின்ற வெவ்வேறு ஆட்சிகை வடிவங்களை குறுக்குவெட்டு முகமாக இங்கே தொகுக்க முயற்சிக்கின்றது. இந்த வகையில் முதல் நிகழ்ச்சியாக பிரபஞ்சம் தழுவிய இசையின் பேரொத்திசைவையும் எங்கும் வியாபித்த தன்மையை அதன் முடிவின்மை குரலாலும் கல்விகளாலும் சொல்லுகின்ற பெரும் இசைக்கோவையை முதலில் கேட்க இருக்கின்றோம். என்றும் பசுமை.
தோன்றினாய். துப்பட்டு போச்சுட்டு உன் புனித வரலாறு. துப்பட்டு போச்சுட்டு உன் புனித வரலாறு. அப்படியா? மிக்க மகிழ்ச்சி. அவரை அழைத்து வர
வந்தனம் தந்தனே நானே வந்தா. வந்தனம் தந்தனே நானே வந்தா. நொந்தனம் யாழிசி திருமணா. எத்தனம் என்னவா வந்திரை.
பாடலே, யார் பாடலே? நற்றிசை இழந்து மனத்தியலும் மாபெர தேசம் தந்தோம். நீரும் நின் சுற்றத்தினரும் வந்தவற்றை பாலித்து பயன்பெற விரும்புகிறோம். வாழ்களின் கலை, வளர்களின் குணம்.
காடா உனக்கு மனைவிடோ.
Almost 10:09. We are very happy that we have some more time there, but the organizer has given. Thanks to all of you for contributing this extra time. Every one of you has contributed.
அதில் 120 மாணவர்களை தெரிவு செய்து அவர்கள் அனைவரும் ஓஎல்ல கணித பாடத்தில் ஏசிடி பெற்றவர்கள். ஓஎல்ல கணித பாடத்தில் ஏசிடி பெற்ற 120 மாணவர்களை செலக்ட் பண்ணி அவர்கள் ஏர் பரீட்சைக்கு போகும் வரை காத்திருந்து
முந்தி வெளியில் தூரங்களை பார்த்த விஷயம் நாங்கள் நேரடியாக இப்போ பாடசாலை வளாகத்துக்குள்ளேயும் பாடசாலை வகுப்பறைக்கு பார்த்ததில் இன்னும் மக்கள் அறியாமல்
நாட்டின் அபிவிருத்தியை முதன்மையாக கொள்ளினோமா அல்லது தங்களுடைய தனியான விருப்பத்துக்காக. ஆனால் என்ன பொறுத்தவரை ஊக்கல் என்றது அவசியம் என்றதை கல்வியலாளர் அந்த காலத்திலேயே ஆய்வு மூலமே சொல்லி இருக்கிறார். இப்போ நாய்க்குணர்கள் மூலம்தான் அந்த கல்வி.
Thank you very much. Yeah, the 4 minutes may take that time. பாடசாலை இத்தனை மணிக்கு ஆக டீச்சர்ஸ் வரலாம், டீச்சர் 8 மணிக்கு வரலாம்னு சொன்னார். அப்போ 8 மணிக்கு வர வேண்டிய டீச்சர்ஸை ஏன் 7:15 வரைக்கும் இப்போ அந்த சொல்லிட்டு கேட்டேன்.
Our session chair, Dr. Fernando. She is currently serving as a Dean, Faculty of Management. Join me to welcoming our chair, Dr. Fernando. Thank you.
As for the World Commission on Environmental Development 1987, Sustainability Development is...
I am sure beyond this particular molecular weight what you have taken, there are proteins beyond that. That's what your the mobility has gone beyond the limit. So here, people don't do SDS patch just for a crude sample. So the objectives are not really met here, and the objectives are also not clear for them. Objective doesn't match with your work what you have done. Because Lowry's method they have discovered somewhere in 1942. By doing this, we don't have to prove that Lowry's method is the best method to estimate proteins. I think your reference must be something.
And the citation, if you see the citation for Lowry's, am I right, madam?
It is the highest
in the world. Citation for Lowry's
method.
From total and is generating roughly $7 million per annum. And it employs.
I am Dr. Sri Kannan, Department of Sociology, University of Jaffna. My special obligation and pleasure is to welcome our.
Indeed, it's a great privilege for me to share this very important.
Yet the community today remembers the colonial period in a positive light and celebrates it speculatively. The reason for such a representation of the colonial past could be the
Explained today or based on today, a joint modeling we are trying out using random effects models and shared parameter models.
A very good morning to everyone and a warm welcome to the technical session on ecosystem and waste management. Before commencing the session, and was among the 11 projects highlighted by.
I'm grateful and deeply honored to participate in this conference. So my special thanks to Senior Professor Mrs. Jaffna, the Vice Chancellor, and environment, how our practices impact the economy, and hence are we living a life that is sustainable. Identified the top 10 problems for the next 50 years. So you can see at the top is energy involved. So there are other challenges, that is electricity. So producing electricity through the power of sun is
soil properties, but also as far as concern our health, I think the chemical agriculture is the main factor to cause those things.
So what are the recommendations? Because the law did not address such a problem.
So this paper health issues and developing country perspective. So the theme of the conference is towards a greener future. As you know in Tamil proverb, soil analysis. Under the soil analysis, pH and electrical conductivity of the soil.
So there are people involved in the insurance industry. So I divided the, so it's like a two researchers.
Sri Lanka and the National Science Foundation and the University Grant Commission higher capacity values and it to have quick response.
தொல்காப்பியத்தினை இலக்கிய கவிதையியல் மரபில் வைத்து பார்ப்பதற்கும் தொல்காப்பியத்தின் ஊடாக வரும் தமிழ் கவிதையியலானது இந்திய கவிதையியல் மரபில் பெறும் இடத்தினை வற்புறுத்துவதற்கும் இத்தகைய நோக்கு அவசியமானது என்று கூறுவதிலிருந்து தொல்காப்பியம் கவிதை கோட்பாட்டினை பின்வந்த புலவர்களுக்கு கையெழுத்த முறைமையினை படிக்க வேண்டும் என்பதையும் பசுமையான சுற்றுப்புறச் சூழல் அமைய வேண்டும் எனவும் பசுமையான இசை யாப்பு அமைய வேண்டும் என்பதையும் வளமான திறனாய்வு முறைகளை பின்பற்ற வேண்டிய முறைகளையும் வளமான திறனாய்வாளர்கள் உருவாகுவதற்குரிய சிந்தனைகளை தொல்காப்பியம் கொண்டுள்ளதை காண முடியும். நன்றி.
கூடிய அளவுக்கு கலந்துரையாடுவதற்கு அது வாய்ப்பு அளிக்கும் என்ற நம்பிக்கை இருக்கின்றது. எனவே தொல்காப்பியம் பொருளதிகாரம் கூறும் பசுமை சிந்தனைகளும் எதிர்காலம் என்ற தலைப்பிலே தன்னுடைய கட்டுரையை
அதிகாரர் அவர்களுக்கும் ஆய்வாளர்களுக்கும் இனிய விரிவுரையாளர்களுக்கும் மாலை வணக்கம். ஆய்வினுடைய தலைப்பு சங்க இலக்கிய